Welcome back to the channel. Hogwarts Legacy Gameplay Showcase 2. Very, very sick. So my reactions might not be as crazy or as hype as they usually are, but I'm very excited to watch this and discover what's to come with this Hogwarts Legacy game. I feel like, you know, if they continue to support this game from the things we've seen so far and the things we're probably going to see today, we will potentially have one of the best games that's ever made. There's so much they could do with Harry Potter and add to the world that it could just be one of the best games ever. And I hope that it is, because I love Harry Potter. And this game looks insane, so let's go and have a clip. Right, so you
can walk out of the castle
past all the introduction stuff,
walking through
and we're looking at broom flight now.
Come out here and take off on your broom out into the open world. And Alan, I know that's something that you particularly like about Hogwarts Legacy too.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of just being able to hop on the broom.
Just get on the broom.
There's something about kind of like the sensation of everything being open to you, and just I love the proximity that I can get to things. I love flying close to the ground, and I.
Oh wow,
I
this looks insane.
Because I feel like you know, the brooms are fun for me, not just because of
Jesus Christ, how open world is this game?
But because they're not just I have a broom and it's done. I actually kind of like.
Honestly, I don't know what I thought, but I just in my head I just had a kind of like an instanced world. I didn't like certain areas being like open world, exploration, but instance. But this looks like it's going to be fully open world. Jesus.
Some of the mechanics in it. So you see in the lower right, there's a meter there, and occasionally as Andrew's kind of flying up or flying down, you might notice it draining or not. And this isn't the present day where all the broom technology is well known.
Yeah, the world looks a little bit empty.
And everything that we know and
looks
love
a bit busy, but empty at the same time.
You know, we're not at the 3,000 yet. We're at the 11. So.
Oh my goodness! I'm just so speechless right now.
This is just crazy.
So beautiful. The world just looks
the game does look
the broom, is
so
like only
gorgeous.
One, or can you like upgrade that broom to go faster?
Yeah. So
you'd be able to buy them, surely.
Shop in Hogsmeade, actually a broom shop, and so that sells a variety of different brooms.
This looks crazy,
man. It was important
man.
to us that the player could customize themselves based
the
on their
broom
aesthetic.
flight
So they're
looks
purely cosmetic, but if
smooth. You look like you're moving fast.
And help him out, he'll actually sell.
There's no horrible motion blur from what I can see.
Those upgrades will make it so that
upgrade your broom as well.
Broom, you can only fly. You can only go at max speed. It's kind of like a turbo meter down there. You can only go at max speed without the meter going down, kind of closer to the ground. And as you raise into the air, you'll notice the meter drop. And so those upgrades will allow you to increase that distance from the ground.
Okay.
And the broom owner at the sporting goods store in Hogsmeade.
I don't know what I feel about that.
Perfect the broom.
Why are you slowing people down for flying over?
And I love that mechanic encourages you to actually explore the world and kind of stay close to the ground. It's not just a travel mechanic, point A to point B.
I want it to be a travel mechanic.
High over everything, although it is beautiful, something I really
Dueling
love doing,
feats. Use the mandrake against an enemy.
Lots to explore.
Oh, is that like public events?
Kind of keeping you down at the ground
level.
And
to me, it feels like it's got this kind of surfing vibe over the.
Oh my god! Like I'm just like I want to snatch the controller from.
This looks so cool.
I want to go to the mountaintop. I'm going to the forest and to that hamlet or
this guy in the yellow is I think a content creator and is like a community host that is
actually going to land
way too excited.
I feel like that you call it.
I mean, I love Harry Potter and I love the look of this game, but
perfect just because that's what we refer to it as. And so we all know from lore that Hogsmeade is the only.
I can't believe that there's no loading instances.
But we wanted other opportunities to kind of meet other characters out here and to kind of populate the landscape, so it's not just kind of.
This looks so much fun.
And so we just imagine these different dwellings, these different smaller locations that wizards might live in out in the Scottish Highlands. And so it's those, and so we refer to those as hamlets.
I just love the little kind of like
those wizard
random little magic-y things you can do.
Those different locations have kind of like learned to live, what their relationships are with characters at Hogsmeade and Hogwarts. And so they're both quest opportunities out here and a chance to kind of get
got
to
the little icons on the map at the bottom left.
Hogwarts and Hogsmeade that we've already experienced. And you also notice on the mini-map like lots of
you have
icons,
lore, I was going to say, yeah, icons.
Gameplay in the hamlets that you can participate in, you know, whether it's a vendor or different puzzles and challenges.
I was going to say, the lore you could put in this game is amazing.
Each one of those icons are different opportunities for gameplay. And you'll notice that same thing as we venture out into the open world as well. So when you go out into the open world and you see those icons, whether they're on the mini-map or on your map or off in the distance, those things are opportunities to say, like, I want to increase my inventory capacity. They're puzzles left behind by old wizards, you know, that you can solve that actually grant you those.
Oh my days, it looks so gorgeous. Look at the trees and all that in the distance.
Opportunities to actually expand and
it looks so colorful and like
and as you
what you would
kind of
expect
enemies
1800s
sometimes
Harry Potter world to look like.
Dark wizards might be hoarding different
wait, what was that little invisible thing on the right then?
As you're playing the game. So each one has kind of like a way to connect to our gameplay loops and provide different opportunities.
Bit of bad animation there, but
reward you for
it is
around it.
I mean,
not
I right
the
away
full
when I
game.
want to just cover all of those points on the map, just by going over there.
Well, we've flown on a broom already, but there is something that we haven't done so far, and that is getting on our flying mount.
But there's mounts as well.
Onyx Hippogriff here. The Onyx Hippogriff is our pre-order bonus.
Oh,
God,
like Fantastic Beasts. That's sick.
Oh wait, you can use it as a horsey? I mean, a horse. I mean,
Dude, did he just say horsey as a grown man?
Yeah,
Come on now.
as a hippogriff, you can totally ride it like a ground
Horses
mount,
are
and you can
Pokemon.
lift off into the air. And we tried to make sure that
Thornback Scoria, level
each of
18.
those interactions, so the broom's really good at reaching that top speed, at kind of traveling the world
Oh,
as
so-
quickly as possible. But
so
sometimes
this
it's
is your
really
travel
nice to be on a
mounts?
hippogriff because of that ground speed or
And the other
those
ones-
transitions.
What's the point in
and
having a broom
sometimes
then?
it just feels amazing just to
If you can
be
go up in
riding
the sky with
around
this
on a
thing?
hippogriff.
Look at it.
Yeah, it really is kind of like I don't know. It's a great feeling.
Oh my
being
God,
on
this
it, and
world's
it's a great
so
feeling
open.
managing those transitions, kind of going
Crazy.
from run to fly, and just being able to go.
There's got to
wherever
be
you want.
like a
And try to make
boundary
sure
or a
that-
limit,
that
surely.
that each one of these things that you can interact with have a unique identity and a reason for being.
The tool wheel L1 is useful for dealing with
Oh my
higher
God,
level
like I
combat
see, like, different,
situations.
like,
Combat plants and
areas, like a
potions can give you an
swampy area.
advantage
But, like, can
against
you
other
go
enemies.
to like entire map anywhere you go? There are regions that are like locked from you.
Yeah,
or,
as soon as you, there's kind of a moment where the world kind of opens up to you outside of Hogwarts as a student, and right from that moment, early
You
on
can
in
go
the game,
anywhere you
can
want.
go wherever you want. And
That's
so
sick.
You might
That
find more
is sick.
difficult challenges in different areas, and you'll see different spots as enemies
Hopefully it's
moving
not the
around,
Pokemon
like you mentioned,
treatment,
the swamp.
Where they were like,
But there-
oh,
we
you can
have
go
that,
anywhere you
like,
want, and then
coast, and we've
you
got
literally
different types
couldn't.
of environments out in the world just to kind of
Jesus
offer
Christ,
your
I didn't even think
experience,
you'd be able
reward
to
you
get
for
to this
exploring,
like
keep
this
it fresh.
windmill.
All those things exist as we're moving around.
So cool. And I love that windmill. It's like so rustic. Like I keep forgetting that this
Oh
is
my
like
days.
1800s. The Wizarding World we've never really seen
I
before.
can't stand
like, it feels so
overly positive
authentic, like,
people.
it just,
No offense to the guy, but
it's part of
it's
it.
just too much.
Yeah, I love this vista too, and I'm gonna have Andrew stop here. We're gonna use a bit of dev
This
magic
looks
to change the seasons.
incredible.
Actually, I want you to see what this world
Absolutely
looks like,
incredible.
covered in snow.
Oh, snow.
yes, please. I love snow.
That's all I want.
Oh, maybe.
Why can't anyone who introduces games anymore just sit still?
Oh my god, this is so
Oh wow,
beautiful. Oh
snow
my
looks
God.
sick. Snow looks
This is so
insane.
pretty. Like, it looks so realistic. Oh my god, it changes the landscape like completely.
No,
Oh
it
my
didn't.
God. Does it have like
It just added snow to the
actual, like,
pre-existing
gameplay
landscape.
Impact, like impact on the gameplay, or does it like it's just the weather of Scotland?
Yeah, we really use it as a narrative marker through the game. So as you're progressing through your main storyline, it was important for us to kind of like have those moments that kind of felt like when you're reading the books or watching the movies where
This
you
is
see kind of
insane.
like the title card winter.
Are those little
and
balloon
now
things?
The landscape has changed, and you're really feeling that passage of time while you're a student, going through your year at
Right.
Hogwarts. And
This
I think we
is
wanted to duplicate
unbelievable.
that. And for me, it's really fun that it's not just on the outside.
I could
which
genuinely,
I agree. I think it really
and I don't say this lightly, I could
but
actually
within
cry
the school
at
as
how
well. So there are moments.
goddamn
like when we
amazing
visit
this game looks.
holidays or things like that, where Hogsmeade
Oh
reacts
my
to
God.
holidays, and the school reacts to holidays, and you see the decorations around those environments change.
It does
that
look
really
a
helped
bit
just kind of
empty
make me feel
though.
like I'm there.
Like I'd expect there to
And
be
it's
like
not
a
just,
few more
it's not
things,
just, for the
animals,
seasons,
wildlife
those,
stuff.
Those kind of vibe things.
That's
like
one
we have
thing
a
I'm
day-night
kind of
cycle,
a
and
little
that
bit
day-night
worried about, I
cycle,
guess.
even though similarly, like it's largely about vibe, when you go into Hogsmeade in the evening, there's less characters there. Around the school, you'll notice it kind of dies down and quiets down just when there's just candlelight and students kind of like as you're walking through the halls.
That's cool.
But in that day-night cycle is where we've kind of placed a few items where, whether or not you can collect them or whether or not you can interact with them that are a
Oh.
little bit restricted by the day-night cycle.
Oh, so day and
And I
night has like
love
an actual
Andrew
impact
flying up
on the
here,
game.
really high up on the hippogriff, and we're just looking at this.
There's got to be
view
a
of
load of
Hogwarts
hidden
the
stuff in this
distance.
game
It's
though,
just
to
absolutely
like
beautiful. It's part of
potentially
what I
make
love
videos
most
on.
about flying around in this game, whether it's on a hippogriff or
But
on
man,
a
I think I
broom.
might just stream this game.
I mean, you talk about going anywhere and
I'll just
things that
play
you
it,
can see in the distance, and that's
'cause
one of my.
it's
I still can't get over.
it looks goddamn
like,
beautiful.
No matter, I played this so much, but I still can't get over the fact
It's like
that I can see Hogwarts
seamless.
out there, and there's just something beautiful. About
Barely
knowing
any
that all of-
pop-in.
All of the things inside.
And this
it,
is
the classrooms,
like
the students,
pre-full
the
game
professors,
footage.
all the places I can go. I can just fly my hippogriff, land in the courtyard, enter the front doors, and just walk, to the library, to class, or to greenhouse, or to my common room. That it's all contiguous and just
Wow,
kind of like
man.
one space is still exciting to me after all this.
I mean, I'm just I'm speechless right now. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's
Oh,
just-
clearly you're not, because you're
As
talking.
much as we want to spend a lot more time out here just flying around, experiencing the world, I think this is a great opportunity to switch over to combat. And last time we gave you kind of an intro to combat. This time we're going to really go a lot more of a deep dive on using the Dark Arts Battle Arena, which is part of our deluxe edition.
Oh, so they're
All
trying
right,
to sell
Andrew's
you the
got us
game
in
now,
the
make you get the
Forbidden
deluxe
Forest,
ones.
which is where the Dark Arts Battle Arena is.
I'm pretty
which is
sure
part
I'm
of
going to
the
pre-order the
and
deluxe
digital
though.
deluxe edition. I love the way that the Dark Arts Battle Arena is actually
Players of standard edition can
part of
also
the
get the
world,
Dark Arts
integrated
pack
into the
separately.
world, so your
That makes
experience
sense.
is more immersive than just choosing an option from the main menu of the game or
I
something
think you
like
get
that.
72 hours
Exactly.
head
There are
start as
many
well with
reasons
the
to go to
pre-order.
Forbidden Forest, but he's also wearing the Dark Arts cosmetic set, and here he's pulling out the Thestral, which is part
Oh,
of that
sick.
Dark Arts pack from the deluxe and digital deluxe edition. So we're going
I
full,
don't think
full
this
Dark
game's like
Arts here.
multiplayer or co-op, which is a
good.
massive shame because I think
But I like this this battle arena.
I think that's the
It is a
only
great
thing
place
that's
to
keeping this
show
game from
off,
being perfect.
really combat in a big way.
But
because it
my
unlocks some
god, this game's
interesting
going to last a
abilities for
very long
you
time.
and allows you to really
Or
play
should.
around with
Should.
combat in a deep way.
Should.
And is this like the
Considering what
only
they're showing.
arena like this in the game where you can like practice? And
Yeah,
do-
so in the base game we have 2 combat arenas normally, and so everyone has access to those.
Okay.
And each of the combat arenas are an opportunity to kind of just go through a difficult combat challenge, fight through multiple waves, in order to earn
That's sick, that
a different
animation.
cosmetic for your character and add that to your collection. In the case of that's no different than the Dark Arts Battle Arena. That's also true, the combat arena. But
The unforgivable curses.
one of the things that we're excited about in the Dark Arts Battle Arena that people can do is
could literally
is
just
you
do
come in
Avada
preloaded
Kedavra.
with different abilities. So the unforgivable curses are something that everyone's going to have
Wow, I wish I
access
wasn't
to
so
through
sick.
the base
Oh,
game
oh.
and going to be able to
Oh,
earn,
okay.
and they can make choices in order to
All right,
kind of like
you
add
got
that
some
to their
spells. Let's just skip
Battling, and
forward.
we can start talking about everything you're seeing on the screen.
All right.
Okay,
Oh,
literally
the
just
cadavers right away. Oh my god.
one hit kills
We're
someone.
starting off strong.
Oh my god.
Starting off strong.
Is that
Gotta be a big cooldown on Adabra
So cool.
Yeah, so that you'll notice right
Abracadabra.
away, like when we used Avada Kedavra, that guy's health bar went from instant to 0, and we
I
really
can't
are
speak
trying
today. I'm
to
so sick.
honor the way Avada Kedavra works in the game, even in some pretty extreme situations. You'll notice that like the meter takes
I
up
hope
a lot longer
The fighting is a
Yeah,
bit
oh,
more
yeah.
challenging.
build up as a way to
Because
kind
I
of
do have a lot-
deal
it's
with
like-
its extreme power, just that it's still
It's like a bloody
fun to
kung
use,
fu
and there's
movie where everyone's
some ways that
waiting
we'll
to
probably talk
fight
about to-
when someone else dies.
to adjust that. But I don't know. I don't know if there are things on the screen that you just have.
Oh, so this
questions
is like a
about.
horde
More,
mode.
like I see like little blue things popping from
Yeah.
the enemies. Also, before like that sign, well, it's like so in the community we call it the ancient magic sign. I don't know if that's how it's called.
Yeah.
Alright, they're probably
And
going to
then
show a bit
basically that
more
builds up
when
enough
there's
that
more
you can
enemies. Let's
attack
have a look.
someone. But as the combo meter builds up, at some point you strike someone and
You see how
a
like
piece of
no
their
one's
magic kind of
attacking? It's like
falls
one person
out
at a
of them.
time.
There's
That's a
these
bit
blue orbs in the game world, and there's
bit
something that
weird.
only you can see in the narrative in the world. And it's another reason to move.
The
on the
animations are
battlefield.
sick,
If you
though.
can go up and collect those things and suck them in, they give big jumps to that ancient magic meter. As well.
That's it, you can pull things
Talking a
off
lot
the floor and all that.
about spells and magic here, but I think there's another huge component of combat, and that is the tools that you can bring to combat as well to kind of change the way you play. And
I hope
think
they're playing it
Mackenzie
on like a
knows
normal
a lot
mode.
about what's going on
And
with the
there's
play.
actually a hard mode.
And so the tools are really interesting because they're basically like a prior investment. So you can bring the
Wait, I just
potions
realized,
and
where
the
is your
plants
health
that you
bar?
grow in
Is
the
it the
room of
green at the bottom,
requirement
right?
to combat to essentially kind of help you defeat enemies a lot quicker and more efficiently. So
Wonder if
some of the
they've
tools
made
that
it
you'll see
easy
here
just for this
are
kind
like
of
the rock
like
skin potion.
gameplay
So
showcase.
that is something that basically covers your skin in this like rocky material that
Oh, big
reduces
boss.
the incoming damage that you're receiving. So against big enemies, hard-hitting enemies like trolls,
Look at the way
that's super helpful.
you look different. That's so sick.
Oh my god, he's just destroying.
Oh, so you
the
can
troll
just
collapse from whatever.
you can just one hit kill big bosses.
Obviously, we have the Wig and Will potion as well, which increases your health. And then we have the focus potion. So when Alan talks about having to balance Avada Kedavra with a long cooldown, because obviously it's an instant kill, one
That's
thing you
sick.
could do is brew a focus potion, and that will increase how quickly your cooldowns.
Oh, so you could
begin.
just
Right.
that seems a
There's so
bit
much, like,
broken.
versatility, like in what the character is doing to the troll right now. Like he's just bouncing around the
That just
arena,
seems like an easy
and the
get out
troll
of
makes
jail
him
free
move
card.
around too, with, like,
Combat,
And I
it
love
looks
that our
sick. The
plants are
animations are amazing, but it also
Yes,
feels
and
like
so
it's
that's like when we're
too
talking
easy.
about almost the setup of the arena. You also have plants
That's
that you
sick.
can fight with, and so we have things like the venomous tentacula that you can put down, and it acts like a turret, and it just kind of shoots enemies around the battlefield.
That's
that
kind of
is
sick,
so
actually.
cool. This is like a truly like Hufflepuff way to
All the
approach
big enemies is just
the
one hit
battle.
killing.
Yes.
Mm.
No, that was super important to us that there were these like multiple ways, and so you can see there's a ton of different.
As long as
things
it
you can
feels
use.
good
The
and it's
Mandrake
fun
is
to
one,
cast
so you can pull it out,
magic and
it
all that,
stuns
I'll
with
be
its, like,
fine.
piercing cries, enemies. In,
I feel
in a
like it does
radius.
need to be a bit more difficult.
Another thing I want to call out that we're seeing on the side of the screen here is these dueling feats, which I love because I love anything that prompts me to play a game in a different way, a unique way. I don't want to get stuck in.
That's
my
one thing I
style, you
hate
know?
the most.
And
I wanna
so
play
this
the
is a
game
way
how I
to-
wanna
if you
play
wanna
it.
get
I don't
stuck
wanna
in
have to be
your style,
forced
go
to do
for
other
it.
stuff.
If you just want to blast people with
Just to
spells,
get
go for it. But we also want to
something.
have some
The game
things
just
over
flying in
here
the
that
air.
may make you use certain plants or certain potions or block more or
Yeah, we mentioned the field guide challenges in the prior stream, and the field guide challenges. This is the way
Like, the
that
other
field
enemies
guide
aren't even
manifests the
attacking, they're just
challenges
standing
for you
there
to do.
watching.
And
That's
exactly
very
to your
concerning.
point, we just
Very
wanted a way
concerning.
to
I'm
encourage
not
players
trying to like
to explore the different
moan
systems
about the
to help
game, but
them
it doesn't
decide to just kind of practice
look
with
challenging. It
and
doesn't look
explore
like
what
at
they
any
want,
point in
because there really are
time
so
you're in
many
any
ways
kind
that
of
you can
danger.
Push talents. When you see the green X's on characters,
right.
and that's kind of through your talents you can unlock.
I
this kind
hope
of
to God it's
cursing
just like
mechanic that
on easy
sort of,
mode for
like,
them because
links
they're
the
showing
fates
off
of these
the
different characters
stuff.
on the battlefield. That way, as you get as you're cursing different characters, they all begin sharing damage, and so we have things like Avada Kedavra, which is the insta-kill, but if you curse everyone before you insta-kill this one guy, they can all drop dead for that kind of ultimate Voldemort fantasy. And so,
Oh my god.
there
Feels
are
too
dark
easy.
arts fantasies. There's fantasies about being more of a defense against the dark
You
arts
can just
character,
literally
things
curse
that,
like
that
20
misstep
enemies and do
into,
one move and kill everyone.
occasionally
Like,
being used on the battlefield, and we can also spec into our potions and plants to make them more powerful and more efficacious. So it's
Wow.
all about which type of player you feel like you are and whether or not you want to play with prep on the
Let's
fly
see.
or with deliberation.
he
and
took
those
control
are
of his
all
little
different
minion
That
guy.
is so cool because like it's like I see so much like going on the stream, just so much complexity, and I want to just try it myself, like which style works best. I mean, I feel like it's the dark arts is going to be the easiest route, but
You're
that
our
ancient
audience.
magic, to be honest, feels like much more powerful than just the dark arts.
Yeah.
To be fair.
And speaking of plants and potions, we're going to be putting the dark arts away, put those unforgivable
Aw.
curses away, and heading to the room of
I really
requirement,
hope
which is
that was on
your
an easy
home within
mode.
Hogwarts, a personalizable space that actually has some utility as well, where you get to brew things and grow things, and
You could just say those
also
words
care for
normally.
some beasts.
You could just say brew things and
Right,
grow
Andrew's
things.
got us in
Not
the
brew
room of
things and
requirement,
grow things.
wearing, we kind of went casual mode on the outfit here, wearing a nice jumper. And I think that's a good jumping off point for the personalization of the space as well. Not just your character and the visuals of your character, but actually this space is a
This
place
looks
that you
so
can make
goddamn
your
cool.
own.
Yeah, it was super important to us that this space really did
What is
feel
making
like,
that noise over here on the right?
your reflection as a wizard. So
Oh.
you can change the architecture in here.
What?
Different
What?
themes throughout, starkly different themes, to really just hammer home that this is yours. You can
That's
God,
sick.
what? This is beautiful. We never
That is
expected that to
sick.
be. Oh my god.
That's the thing is not only can you change the architecture here, but you can actually conjure little objects into this space, as you can see. So
Oh, the animations and the way they're doing
there's
this,
like
it's like
statues that you can
so
do, and ornaments,
realistic,
and tables, and
rather than just
rugs,
like
and
a
bunch of
room
little
editor.
things that really flesh
This
out
is
the
sick.
space and bring it to life.
I'm so excited for
Because
this.
like we had an idea that those places where
I
you
wonder how
do stuff,
difficult it's
that's
gonna
what
be
you
to
can
get
change. You
the-
can do all of this. Where do you even get
Get
this
the
stuff? Like,
ingredients for it.
There's a furniture store.
Yeah, so we call them conjurations. And the conjuration recipes can be purchased at Tomes and Scrolls in Hogsmeade. But also,
This is
as you
sick.
engage in
This
different
is
types
sick.
of gameplay throughout the world, you'll be rewarded with different objects.
That's so cool. And you change color.
You can change the color, you can change the size of it. And
Well,
can
you think
place it
everything's
basically
one color?
anywhere.
Oh my
Oh my god,
god.
it's so tiny. It's like for baby
Look.
Niffler.
Little chair is cool though.
And I love how the system too is designed. It's not mechanical; it's immersive, and so you get the magical effect of conjuring
A little
it
pot in
and
the corner.
You're actually doing this in the world as your character, but the way you've blended like that gameplay with.
I wonder what you start off with,
design of
because
personalizing
Oh
space.
my god, like, and I
I
love the
want
animation, how
a
it
good
like,
set amount of
appears, you know,
things
like
to
it's
use.
Not just like there, it's like it almost
outside of
looks
finding
great.
It is
things
really
or buying
quite
things
beautiful.
or
That was the
unlocking
thing, is we wanted
things.
that to look really nice because the magic
So you can
in
get a
the Wizarding World
semi-decent
is everywhere.
room
It's
before
physical,
you
it's
even,
kinetic, and it's whimsical. We really wanted to nail
get
that
anything
whimsy
good.
in the space. Another thing that I wanted to discuss is that not only can you like conjure things and you can change their look, but you can do that with the utility objects as well. So you can see that we have planting pots and potion stations, and you can change the look of those as
Wait,
well.
that looks exactly the
And
same.
these are the areas where, as
Oh,
we
no, it's
mentioned
got,
previously, you'll be
different-
growing your plants,
Oh,
you'll be brewing your
wow.
potions.
Okay, that's cool.
Right.
So while you're also doing these like kind of nurturing based activities, this is also the space where you would bring your gear,
This is
gear
cool,
to
man.
be identified and gear to have
This is actually
traits put on it, which I
ridiculously
believe Alan can
cool.
talk to.
Oh.
Yeah. We
I
keep
wish
bringing
I
up the
could
parents and,
show
and
my
how it looks,
excitement
and
a
on
bit more.
like in the game, you can look like anything you want to whenever you want to. But the player will be finding different types of gear, that we call it, as you progress through the
Different
game.
types of
And
gear
essentially,
that we
just know
call it.
that-
What else would you
that
call it?
Clothes and
gear.
different items in the Wizarding world can have different magical properties. And as you explore and as you adventure,
Autumn
and
jumper.
as you defeat enemies, you're going to be finding different pieces of gear that have different abilities, and that can help you in your journey and are a major part of you kind of growing as a wizard and advancing
that's
as a wizard.
Clever.
And so,
There's a huge list.
and
So you
not all the
can-
time.
Oh wow!
Whenever you get a new piece of gear, you don't
unless you get extra
necessarily
trait
know
slots, you're gonna have to
exactly what it
make a
does.
few sets of
And
armors,
so
aren't you?
there is a station inside of the Room of Requirement that you can conjure. It's one of the first things you conjure, called an identification station, where you can actually bring that gear that you're uncertain about and learn what its abilities are.
Right, yeah, that's so cool.
Oh
And
my
then
god! They
as
thought
the
of
space
literally
advances even
everything.
further, and the space will
Like
eventually
genuinely,
grow
and
its
it
own
all
rooms,
works
and you're gonna
together.
get new
This is
recipes,
unbelievable,
you know,
man.
like
I'm so
Mackenzie's
excited.
talking about all these different things keep expanding, and as it expands, eventually you're going to earn what we see here, which is called a loom. And when you set up a loom, it's an ability to essentially customize exactly which magical properties are on your gear and take any piece of gear and adjust its properties and to tweak what it does. And I mentioned earlier that you can make anything look like anything. The collection of appearances, we call it, or cosmetics we've been referring
Why
to.
are you saying
in this stream.
we call it
Those
like
types of
the
things
whole
you can
world
use,
doesn't
and you can
also
apply
call
a
it that?
look to any other look. So,
So you
if
just-
you get a piece
it's
of
just
gear, you put it on,
transmog?
you look
Just
like
say the
that,
word
but you can
transmog?
change it to look like whatever you want.
That's so cool. And like you can just put some ability to this sweater, but then you can
There
just
is a
swap.
lot of
Yeah.
traits.
That
Look at that
ability.
little bar on the
And
right there. You can
appearances
move down the
edit
little blue
whenever
bar.
you want in the gear screen. The loom is specifically about applying
Oh, that's cool.
traits and applying.
That's cool. So you
larger
don't have to come
upgrades that
back
just kind
here
of
to
grant
change
you
what you look
greater
like if you
statistical
find a
advantage
cool
or give you
looking.
really specific abilities
piece of
that
clothes.
blend in nicely with where you're
Oh, you
trying
can
to
even
go
upgrade
with
them
your
too.
combat fantasy or talent.
Like just straight up upgrade them.
Interesting.
This is
I'm just seeing that they're
insane.
just
This is so intricate.
Pumpkin fur, mooncat fur. Where does that come from?
Yeah, and so you'll notice that the
Yeah.
ingredients that are used to add traits and to upgrade your gear are based around beasts. So this is where we get into the beast care
This is the
section,
other place where you
which
got
is
like a
inside this
whole area in
vivarium.
it that you can
Kind of
customize too.
bigger space on the inside.
Oh,
idea.
wow.
And so you can see here we have a couple of beasts out. We have a graphorn and a mooncalf and a niffler.
This is
And a
cool.
kneazle as well. So
Wait, how do you
quite a
get them in
variety.
there?
Oh my god, he's just like a big puppy.
They're so
They're
cute.
cuddling.
Oh my god, they're together. Oh, that's so cute.
They're adorable.
This is
And so
actually kinda
part of
cool.
beast care is petting them as well, but feeding
I
them
let you
too.
brush
And so
them.
once you do those things, that's when they feel
That's
safe
sick.
enough.
So you don't have to actually
they'll
stand there and
give
do
you
it.
Their magical ingredients. So
Oh,
mooncalf
look at his big
fur,
eyes.
Niffler fur, etc.
Oh, so you
that can
have
then
to
be
do
used
this as
in
part of the
care.
game
That is
to be able to get the ingredients.
Because, like, you know, that makes sense. Because when you touch the animals, you get some fur leftovers. That's
What
so.
What are you talking
Oh
about?
my god.
Yeah, and we really want to hammer home the fact that this is like a home that you're making.
People
for
annoy
them.
me.
So in the overland, you can find these beast dens
I know it's
and
just me
rescue
and the
these
way I
beasts.
am, but
Part of doing so is
and
brushing
the fact that
them
I'm sick as well.
and feeding them food as well, and to build that relationship with your beast. In addition to be able to care for beasts, you can actually
Can you change
conjure
the
things
house?
in this space as well.
The house, the cottage.
Yeah, right. And so we
I
have
don't-
like a lot
I-
of little ornaments in this area, and a lot of
I'm
them
not saying
are
anything more
purely
about them.
cosmetic, but they look really cool. Again, it's the personalization
Oh,
of
that's
this space.
sick.
Oh my goodness. No, this is
Oh,
like,
but there's
I'm
only going to be a
spend
limited
8
amount of things by the way they just said it.
Designing this whole area to personalize. This is like.
No,
cool,
you're
like,
not,
you have
because they
this
said
little
there's already
play area, like
placed
a personalized
artifacts.
fish tank,
So you
to
can't
say.
create new ones. You can
Just
just
for the
edit and
creatures.
move the
I
old
love
ones. I
it.
bet you
Yeah,
anybody
no,
that's what it
totally.
is.
And there's like a decoration aspect, but there's also, we were saying inside as well, is there's a utility aspect to it too. So as you progress in the game and you're able to purchase more
sick.
conjurations, you're able to speed up your process. So one of them, for example,
Makes
is
sense.
the food processor, which allows for the beast in the space to automatically get feed, so you don't have to do it manually. And so you're really building the progression for yourself here. In addition,
The like
there's also
placement
a
of
toy
stuff and
box.
rotation and that is
So you
really
can play
kind of
with your
like
beasts.
really kind of
You'll see
cool
here,
by the
yeah.
looks
So
of
you
it.
can,
Nothing.
There's a bunch of toys in it. each
finicky.
beast has
It
their
looks
own
like it
favorite
just
toys.
works.
So as you can imagine, the mooncalf really likes the moon
Oh, it's the
ball,
it's the
or
traveler.
the eagle, as like a little cat, really likes to chase the yarn ball as well.
Right.
And they're
Oh,
super
wow.
cute.
Oh my god.
Watching them, it's so cute.
That is kind of
The
cute,
big
actually.
thing we
To
really
be
wanted
fair.
to hammer home
Isn't that even playing
is
with the
that
board, just
world
running
is
around like a
dangerous
lunatic?
place. And so by going and rescuing these beasts and bringing them back here and caring for them, you're really helping them out. There's poachers in the overland
That grapple one once.
who hunt these
None of
beasts
this
for
shit is
material.
like, I'm
so
out.
Instead, you're caring for them.
I'm
You're
sick
giving
of
them
this.
home.
I'm gone.
Right. Oh my goodness. Raphorn is
The
just
hell's he eating?
gigantic. But he looks like my dog. He looks like my dog right now for sure.
You could actually name them as well. So like your dog.
So getting back into that
Is that some sort of big
personalization,
feature?
You know, yeah, we didn't want you to just like throw in. Oh,
think that's
here's
a given in
grab
any-
one in
in
here,
any-
like, this can
in
be
this day and age to be able
named,
to name
whatever
things.
Andrew's about to name them. Bruce.
The good name.
You know, we've created this really nice space.
The
and,
the
you
detail
can
on
get
things looks
additional
insane, like the
vivariums,
bricks
correct?
and the skin
to
of the
different
grapple
kind
and
of
that. And the-
aesthetics
like the
looks
rocks on that
to
well.
where you're keeping
Yeah.
your beasts and caring for them.
Progression
she's
is a
in
big
better
part of
quality,
this
though,
phase
on,
as well. So as you progress
on
through the
YouTube.
story, you will unlock more vivariums. So as you can see, this one's quite meadow themed, big, open,
Oh, that's
bright.
sick. You can make the
But there's
bushes
other
bigger.
ones, say like a swamp.
Can you
that
make the
might
trees really
encounter.
little?
And it's really a visual effect to and more space for your beast.
I
was gonna say, what if you got, like, a-
So when we're inside the room requirement, there's like on the left, there's that moon glow from one entrance and then some shrubbery going on in the right. Is that what you're talking about?
Yep, that's exactly it.
Ah, oh, you put trees in here too. Oh my goodness.
You put trees
and
in it.
another thing
What are
with
you like?
the beast care, I think
Just
is
stop
great.
being
tying back
so
to the
over
same
the top.
kind of thing that you did with like the broom.
You've ruined
where
it
the
for
broom is
everyone.
Not just a method of travel. It's actually built in and integrated into the world. In the same way, like beast care isn't just this added element. You're not just throwing it on top. There's really this like narrative and integration to
Yeah, everything
Everything.
connects. So as you progress through the missions, you'll expand the space. As you earn resources, you'll.
I was gonna say, what if you get like
use them to
Is there different biomes in this
unlock the gameplay
area?
here
Because
and unlock
not
new
all of your
conjurations and
animals,
different things to play around
beasts
with
are going
in
to
the
be
open
exactly the
world.
same, are they?
It's in those different environments, like the different combat and conflicts and bandit camps.
That's a bit-
and different
a
things
bit
like
of a-
that. That
bit of a
exist in
big
the
statue.
Overland. Those things are what hold recipes that exist in the
How
room.
seamless that is, though, is
So
insane.
All these things have a way of connecting. Moonstone that you find out in the world is the resource that we use to conjure everything. That's found throughout the world. Forgeables are used for recipes. So really everything's like a cycle and keeps you coming back.
But even with the story that's being told too, I think people know who Poppy is and that she has a particular affinity for beasts.
Yeah, I mean, I think everything we're seeing here, you're going to be venturing out into the world, and this is just kind of the tip of the iceberg, even of kind of like your interactions with beasts in that narrative. So, you bring.
Honestly, though, who's going to want a really small or really huge
kind of mysteries to discover and things to discover out in the world that have to do with her and that have to do with.
Like a lot of these
characters.
items should only be one size.
Characters have their own stuff that just kind of make this all just kind of like the beginning of your journey.
Well, we could spend hours in here, but we're gonna have to end the stream now. What do you think about what you've seen today?
I mean, I'm just so blown away by how beautiful it looks. The open world seems so detailed, and there's so many things to do. And like the combat, we're gonna spend like 2 weeks or more just breaking it down by pieces. There's just so much to this world. Like, I'm so happy you guys did this overall gameplay.
And
this
that's
game could
just
be
the tip of the iceberg.
Could last forever.
Got more for you to discover and find on your own. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Hogwarts Legacy is available for pre-order now. It releases February 10th with 72-hour early access for owners of the Collector's, Deluxe,
February
and Digital
10th.
Deluxe
That's not that far away, honestly.
We're gonna wrap things up, but first we've got a little surprise for you.
A little surprise.
Bye.
What is the surprise? It's a book. Oh, is this Voldemort's book? Or Tom Riddle, I should say. Whee! Oh, was that it? Alright, as I said, I'm very, very sick, but I did want to watch this and record it and put it up because I'm actually very, very excited for this game. I'm probably going to stream it. I'll probably make some videos on it if it's got some really good content that helps people. But man, am I excited. Let me know what you think down below. Hopefully you have more of a visceral excitement than I do right now. Yeah, thank you for watching. I've been easynow. You guys have been awesome. Bye.